News 46 caught up with our district attorney, Brian Kunzi, this morning to find out more regarding the arrest of Nye County Sheriff Sergeant Mike Horn.
Let me start by saying that there are no charges pending against Sergeant Horn. The only charges that would be pending are the ones that are filed by the district attorney's office. So there's a lot of allegations out there, and again, I haven't seen the reports. I really can't comment on specifically what's out there, but certainly the aspect of what I would term really an abuse of the trust that the public puts in people is something we take very seriously, and I believe people in Sergeant Horn's position need to be held to a very high standard, and that's that's going to come a consequence of what we look at in doing these types of cases.
There's been talk that the elderly female who Sergeant Horn is alleged to have taken her prescription is looking possibly at pressing charges against county.
And again, I haven't heard any of that, so I really can't comment on it. All I know is really what everybody else knows on that is what's been in the paper, and I just don't know how accurate that is or how that's going to play out. So that's something I'll evaluate once we get all the reports.
Do you know anything about the OR release that he was given there up in Beatty, and is that typical?
Certainly OR releases are very typical, and I don't know the circumstances. I do know that he was given an OR, and but it's not atypical, and certainly when it comes to any type of a case, one of the primary factors that you evaluate is whether or not he's a flight risk, and so a lot of people get OR releases, and that's something that really goes beyond my role, because that's something that the judges decide, and it's a fairly standard practice, and whether or not there was anything going on behind it at this stage, I just don't know.
Would it be typical for him to go into an inpatient facility right after that court hearing, or voluntarily go to an outpatient, and is that a admission of guilt?
Well, it's not an admission of guilt. I mean, and again, every case is so different. I mean, people certainly do go into treatment, and again, I haven't seen the medical records. I don't know why he went in, so I just really can't comment on what it actually means. Would I be able to use something like that? Would be very unlikely. So I don't think that really is going to have any impact on my decision on what we do from a prosecution standpoint.
This is Deanna O'Donnell at the Ian Deutsch Government Complex for News 46.